Hello, and today we are going to do a video about a royal's facts and dates video. And today's going to be King Leopold I of Belgium. Now, King Leopold was born the youngest son of a ruler of a small principality in Coburg, Germany, and his life was relatively good when young. He, at the age of 5, he got his first commission in the German army as a colonel, even though obviously he was too young. But he had a very successful military career. He fought in wars, and when he got older, his parents, with the Prince Regent of England, orchestrated a marriage between Leopold and Prince Regent's daughter, Princess Charlotte of Wales. Of course, unfortunately, that marriage didn't last very long, and she died in childbirth, leaving Leopold a widower. And he struggled with that. He carried on living in England for a while. It was around this time that the Greeks began looking for a replacement monarch. And Leopold himself turned that down. He didn't want to become the King of Greece. And he just went back to Germany. He went back to military life and carried on trying to live as ordinary life as he possibly could. And then they started looking, the Belgians started looking for a new monarch as well. And he thought Belgium was a better fit than Greece would have been, so he accepted. And he had to go to Belgium. He had to renounce all things German. He learnt the language, he learnt history of Belgium. He became very he became quite interested in the history and the politics and everything that a monarch should be about the country that they're going to rule. And came to his day of coronation, and he went in there and he answered all. He said that he would look after them to the best of his ability. He would be a good monarch, and he would be strong, and he would defend the right and punish the wrong, and be the best monarch they could possibly be. Once he'd become king of Belgium, his young niece had just become Queen of England, Victoria, and everyone was saying that it's around this time that she would really need a husband. And he'd always been very close to his nephew, Albert, of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, and he arranged for Albert and his father and his brother to travel to England and to meet Victoria and try and arrange some kind of marriage between them. Unfortunately, that didn't come to happen at first, and then a few years later he tried again, and this time they hit it off and they fell wildly in love and they got married, and King Leopold was very pleased with himself. It was around this time that the Belgian Parliament declared that they thought the king would need to think about marriage and giving the Belgian people their own heir. And he started looking for himself, trying to find a suitable bride that he believed he could be happy with. And there was a long list. But he settled on a French princess, Louise. And they got married, they had quite a few children, and yes, everything seemed to be going well. The rest of his reign went without incident. There was the odd revolution that would happen, but because of his popularity within the Belgian people, it never really came to anything. He was strong, he was powerful, everyone loved him, and he was just a good king. Like I said, they had a few children. They had 4 children. They had sons and 1 daughter. Their eldest son died, unfortunately. Their second son became the next monarch after Leopold. Then they had another son who died also young, and a daughter, Charlotte, named after his first wife. Leopold himself died at the age of 74, and he, instead of being buried in his native Germany, and because he was the first true monarch of Belgium, he was laid in rest in the new royal vaults in the Belgian capital. He was, like I say, everyone loved him. He seemed to be a very good king. He, even though a lot of the monarchs around the time that he was king and when he was growing up were less than good, such as his first father-in-law, he was one of a kind. Really, he started a new genre of being a king by being a good king and being considerate to his people that he was reigning over, and listening to his politicians, and not listening to them and making up his own rules. So yes, Leopold, like I said, is one of a kind. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye.